What's good, everyone? The Kenpachi Zo here, coming to you with another manga review. Today we're going to be reviewing Kaiju number 8, chapter 95. The chapter starts out with a flashback to Mina's and Kafka's Defense Force screening exam. She says it's finally time. Kafka tells her she looks tense. He says, though I can't say I blame you, it is your first time taking the exam. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. After all, this is my 5th time, so you might call me an expert. Actually, I would call you the opposite, but it goes on to say the judging is strict. I think it's hard to pass on your first try, but the most important thing is to never give up. Let's do our best and get right back up if we fall. We can make our dreams come true. Then we see the exam results. Mina Ashiro. As a result of your satisfactory performance, you have passed the exam. And Kafka Hibino. Unfortunately, you have failed the exam. 5th time's not the charm. He looks devastated afterwards, and Mina looks shocked and saddened for him. He says, "Oh man, I still couldn't cut it, huh? It sure felt like I was closer than any time before though. But you know what? I always say, you fall, you get right back up. Go ahead and wait for me." I joke around about Kafka failing the exam for the 5th time, but being around somebody with that never give up mentality would be really motivating in real life. He says, "I'll catch up soon." We go to a flashback of Mina training with her rifle. She shoots a crazy big hole through multiple buildings. They run tests on her and call her a super artillery assault specialist. Her other readings are average or lower, but the force she can exert when she uses guns is abnormal. They never seen an officer quite like her. Itami says if we can train her successfully, then she might display great power in neutralizing the foremost threat to civilian lives. He's talking to General Shinomiya here. The general says she's the missing link. Neutralizing kaiju will never be the same. Mina questions what's gonna happen to her. Kafka, please hurry. Then we see her out on the battlefield facing a giant kaiju. She says, "I'm going to defeat that." Her team member said, "That's right. If you output the same level of force as you did during our training, then you can shoot right through the core hidden within the kaiju's thick flesh, bypassing the need to expose it first. It's the neutralization method that occurs in the least amount of harm to officers and civilians." In her mind, she says, "The least? But there's been so much harm done already." The team tries to shoot the kaiju in the neutralization zone. Right now, it's hectic. You got officers going down. Somebody screams, my leg, my leg." There's paramedic. People are screaming, retreat. Right now, it looks like Mina is kinda overwhelmed. One of the team members say, "Upon completion, angle it to face northwest. We will attempt to snipe the core from its flank. We have to get it sniper ready." Mina says to herself, if my strength isn't enough, these people's sacrifices will be in vain. Yes, you're right. Then she has a mini flashback to Kafka saying, "When the time comes, I'll be right by your side." Then she looks back with a shocked face as she doesn't see anybody. Mina readies her rifle with sweat dripping down her face and says, "Liar," as she shoots. I wouldn't call Kafka a liar. He wasn't in the defense force yet, so he couldn't be there, but he was there in spirit. Then we go back to present day. Kaiju 14 is nearing the neutralization zone. Mina is getting prepared to snipe. She says, "Even now, the fear is still with me. My comrades are risking their lives in battle. Civilians are going to succumb to fear. I can't screw up. I can't let everyone's hard work go to waste." The defense force has wrangled the target into the neutralization zone. For 2 seconds after teleporting, there is a supplementary energy reading in its center region, which is assumed to be its core. It will not be teleporting during that time frame. Mina says, "Roger." She says, "I won't let them down." Then we see Kaiju 14 shoot the building Mina is standing on. The little girl that's being held by the mother from last chapter screams, "Mommy." The mother says, "Don't worry, we're okay, because this city has Captain Ashiro." As we see Bako leap in midair, Mina shoots right through Kaiju 14, completely destroying it. I mean, she one-shot this Kaiju 14, a numbered Kaiju, in one hit, and that's how the chapter ends. This is crazy. I mean, everybody else was struggling fighting their numbered Kaiju, and she just comes in and one-shots hers. Is it dead? Was this Kaiju 14's real body? Who knows? I think she's just the strongest captain we've seen so far. She might end up being stronger than the General Shinomiya. I cannot wait for the next chapter. I'm absolutely loving this series right now. now. Let me know your comments down below. I will give this chapter an absolute 10 out of 10, a perfect rating. Do you read or watch Jujutsu Kaisen? If you do, watch my latest video reviewing my favorite fight in the whole series, Yuji versus Mahito. Click the video your screen on scene now